Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the December 1st. We'll call this the first holiday edition of the City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement Special Magistrate hearing. My name is Keith Davis. I am the Special Magistrate appointed to preside over today's hearing. Please silence any cell phones before we get started so they don't interrupt the proceedings. That'll be appreciated. And then it doesn't look like we have a lot of respondents present, but when your case is called, please come up to the podium to my right. For each case, I'll hear from the city's witnesses first. They will present testimony. There may be photographs and other evidence that I will review. After the city's concluded its presentation, the respondent will have an opportunity to present any additional testimony, additional photographs or documents. If there are any, that would be the time to produce those. Once I've heard everything from both the city and the respondent, in all likelihood, I will enter an order today that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. If you're going to be speaking to me or testifying, I need to place you under oath because your testimony needs to be sworn. So if you'll all, whoever is going to be testifying, please stand, raise your right hands. I can swear everyone in together. Each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you very much. You can all have a seat. And then whatever order we need to take folks first, let's go ahead and get started.
Agenda item number 9, case number CE 21100178, case address 371 Forest Hill Boulevard.
Good morning, Joseph Oliva, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on 10/14/2021. Service was accomplished by certified mail sent on 10/18/2021. In addition, both the property and City Hall were posted on 10/15/2021. I have been in contact with the owner, Ms. Herrera. This property was cited for 18106A, trash and debris, 74-34-A-1-J, garbage can placement, 74-4-C-5, dead vegetation, and 94-302-A-3, unpermitted fence. As of this morning, the properties comply with the trash and debris, the garbage can placement, and the dead vegetation. The only thing that's not complied is the permit for the fence. They did apply for the permit on 11/22/2021, so I'll give them an additional 30 days or $50 a day until compliance is achieved.
Okay, thank you. Do we have anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? We do not, however, with the certified mail and a posting, the city has proper notice. I have reviewed the photographs and heard the testimony based on the evidence that I have been presented with. I will find that the property remains in violation of City Code Section 94302A3, but has complied with all other provisions that were cited in the notice of violation. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days for the respondent to comply with the outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 10, case number CE 21100179, case address 377 Glen Road.
Joseph Oliva, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of West Palm Beach. This property was cited on 10/14/2021. Service was accomplished by certified mail sent on 10/18/2021. In addition, both the property and City Hall were posted on 10/15/2021. I have been in contact with the property owner, Mrs. Gore. The property was cited for 18106B, excessive overgrowth, 18106K, landscape maintenance, 18106A, roof cleaning, 74-4-C-5, dead vegetation, and 94-302-A-4, fence repair. As of this morning, she did cut the grass, and I did speak with her on the phone. She needed a lot of time. She's an older lady, so I was asking the city's asking for 60 days for them to come into compliance, or a $50 a day fine thereafter. But none of the, she hasn't done any of the work yet. She did cut some of the grass, but the swale is still overgrown.
So she did some work, but none of the code sections are completely complied.
Completely complied, right?
Understood.
They're not.
Okay. And is anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? There is not, however, with the certified mail and the posting, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I've reviewed, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow the respondent 60 additional days to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 14, case number CE 21100365, case address 534 29th Street. Ms. Soto?
There you go. All right, good morning.
Morning.
Joe Patrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case in reference to a vacant single-family residence that was issued a notice of violation for windows boarded for an extended period of time, trash and debris on the property, weeds and overgrowth on the property, trash can and recycling bins in view of the public, a wooden fence, and a concrete wall in disrepair. The notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting at the property and at City Hall on October 28th. The notice of violation required compliance within 10 days for the trash can recycling bins, 10 days to remove the weeds and overgrowth, 10 days to remove the trash and debris, 30 days to remove the boards from the windows and apply for permits if required for repairs, and 30 days to remove the fence or obtain a permit to replace the fence, and 30 days to repair the wall and or obtain required permits to replace the wall. After the notice of violation was issued, I was contacted by the respondent, Ms. Soto, who's present here today. She was cooperative and we discussed ways to come into compliance. An inspection of the property on Monday the 29th revealed the property is in compliance with code sections 18103E. The boards have been removed from the windows and looks like the glass has been repaired. 18106B, the weeds and overgrowth have been removed. 7434A1J, the trash cans and recycling bins have been removed from public view. Code sections 18106A remain in violation. There's trash and debris still on the property, particularly to the rear of the property behind the fence that's in disrepair. And the 94302A4, the wall and fence remain in disrepair. And no permits have been applied for the fence or wall as of this point. The city is asking for compliance within 30 days to obtain a permit for the fence and wall, or to remove the fence or damaged wall, or repair the wall, and 10 days to remove the trash and debris, or a $50 a day fine be assessed.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said for the fine.
$50 a day.
That's for both, for both code sections?
In total, just
Right, but
in total.
same thing for both.
Right, it appears Ms. Soto's working on taking care of these issues, so
All right,
$50.
and then you're asking for 10 days on the 18106A and 30 on the 94302A4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, looks like we have respondents present. Yes, ma'am, if you could tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Yeah, my name is Olga Soto, and the property is at 534 29th Street.
And I may need to get the microphone a little closer. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Yeah, I know. Olga Soto, 534 29th Street.
Okay, go ahead.
May I ask, please, Ms. Soto, what is your relationship to the owner Solstice Investment Group?
That is my company.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to apply to get 90 days to obtain the permits. I'm planning on running a new fence on the west side of the property and the south side, completely new. But I need to address a very large tree that is next to the power lines. I need to take care of that before I try to make any corrections to that part of the fence that is cinder block, because it might collapse.
So what are you planning on doing with the fence?
I want to run a new fence, but I need to correct the landscaping, the tree, take the tree out before. It's a very large tree.
And let me ask the city that work would require a permit, is that correct?
It would. The tree removal would require a permit, and then as well as a new fence would also.
So in terms of the code enforcement case, you're looking at compliance would occur at the time that a permit has been issued or a permit has been applied for, or the work is completed?
A permit has been obtained, so we're looking for a permit to be obtained,
Okay.
and then the Florida Building Code allows for 6 months after it's obtained to complete the work.
Okay. So do you understand the city's recommendation to me in this case? So
Yes,
you
I
do
do.
10 days to clean up the trash and debris, but then
Yeah.
30 days to get whatever permits you need to get to remove the tree and do the repair work.
Correct.
And then you'll have time under the building permits to actually do the work, but you'll need to get those permits within
Yeah,
that 30-day period. I think that that's a reasonable request. I'm inclined to grant that. And if that didn't happen, then you'd be looking at daily fines of $50 a day
Oh, I
until you get those. So
understand.
make sure you make that a priority to get those permits.
I will.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me, ma'am?
No,
Anything
no,
else from the
thank you.
city?
Nothing else, no.
All right. In this case, the city has proper notice, respondent is present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find that the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18106A and 94302A4, but has complied with the other code sections cited in the notice. I will accept the city's recommendation. In this case, I'm going to allow 10 additional days for the respondent to comply with City Code Section 18106A regarding clean and sanitary conditions on the property, and I will allow 30 days for the respondent to comply with City Code Section 94302A4 by obtaining the necessary permits to complete the fence and wall maintenance, which may also include a permit to remove a tree. If compliance is not achieved in that fashion, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay in touch, okay? Stay there? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay.
Everybody must be out shopping or something.
Agenda item number 12, case number CE 21100121, case address 524 34th Street.
Joe Petrick, West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. This case is reference to a single-family residence that was issued a notice of violation for the lawn in need of restoration. It consists of dirt and weeds, and there was a tree stump in the front yard, a boat being stored on the property in violation of city ordinance, a truck parked on the front lawn for an extended period of time, and missing address characters on the house. The notice of violation was issued via certified mail and posting at the property on October 12th. It was also posted at City Hall on that same date, and gave the respondent 30 days to restore the front yard and remove the tree stump, 10 days to post address characters, 5 days to cease parking on the front lawn, and 10 days to remove or store the boat per ordinance specifications. I first heard from the property manager, David Cornfield, last week. He said he'd work on coming into compliance. Mr. Cornfield and I spoke again on Monday the 29th, and he requested a compliance inspection. On Monday the 29th, I observed the property in compliance with Code Section 78.6. The address characters were posted. 94-482A, the truck was removed from the grass, and 94-487B1, the boat was removed from the property. Code Sections 94-46-2 remain in violation. The tree stumper was removed. However, there is some dirt and on the side, that section over there needs to be at least sodded or mulched, or what have you. There's some other sections of the lawn that need some sod or other ordinance-approved landscape materials. So after the inspection this past Monday, I spoke with the property manager. He said he would start working on restoring the landscaping over the next few days. He agreed 30 days would be enough time to comply. Therefore, the city is asking for 30 days for compliance or a $50 a day fine be assessed. The city is also asking for a finding of fact for the other code sections cited, as they complied past the time required on the notice of violation, and no contact was made to me in that time period.
All right, and for the record, as was mentioned, we have no other respondents present in the room, so I will not ask anymore. But the city does have proper notice in this case with certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find that the property has complied. Well, let me do it this way. I'm going to find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 94-446-2. I will find that the property complied with the other code sections cited in the notice, but compliance did not occur within the time frame specified in the notice of violation. Therefore, I make a finding of fact on those code sections. On the code section that remains in violation, 94-446-2, I will allow the respondent 30 additional days to comply. And after that, as the respondent is obviously aware, since nobody rides for free, there will be daily fines of $50 per day after that until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right.
Agenda item number 13, case number CE 21100121, case address 524 34th Street.
It's a duplicate.
Is this a,
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's a duplicate, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Agenda item number 1, case number CE 20090036, case address 516 20th Street complied. Agenda item number 2, case number CE 21100012, case address 1614 South Olive Avenue.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, 1614 South Olive Avenue, cited on October 1st, 2021. Certified mail sent on November the 5th of 21. The property is actually posted November 18th of 21. Cited for 18103B, repair roof, walls, and foundation. 18106B, excessive growth. 18106G, paint exterior. 18162A, rental license, and 2232A, certificate of use. And 78-6, numbering standards. The numbering standards is the only violation that has complied.
I'm sorry, what complied, the
requesting 30
numbering
days to comply,
standards?
or $100 a day after that.
Did you say the numbering standard?
Yes, I have
complied?
complied, yes.
Okay. And everything else is still outstanding?
Everything else outstanding, yes, sir.
Is the paint for the area of the roof soffit and that needs to be repaired as well?
Yes, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
Don, did you also post City Hall?
I did. It was posted on the November 18th.
And what is your testimony about the rental?
That is a duplex, and I spoke with the tenant, and they didn't speak any English, so it wasn't very helpful.
Thank you.
And there's no rental license or
No,
certificate
not at
on
all.
file with the city?
No,
Or has that, no applications been submitted yet?
never.
Okay. Okay. All right, with the certified, what's your recommendation for?
I recommend 30 days or $100 a day after that.
Okay. We'll find proper notice with the posting and the certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. However, except for 78-6, the numbering standards, that has complied. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow 30 additional days for the respondent to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 3, case number CE 21100283, case address 846 Park Place.
Don Williams, Code Enforcement, cited this property on October 21st of 21. Certified mail was sent November 3rd of 21. Property was posted November 18th of 21. Cited this property for 18106B, excessive growth. As of yesterday, it remains in the same condition. No contact with the owner of the property, so I'm recommending 10 days to comply, $100 a day after that.
10 days or $100, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Don, was City Hall posted?
Yes, I posted on November 18th.
Thanks.
Okay, I do find proper notice with the posting and the certified mail. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 10 days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 4, case number CE 21100397, case address 1501 Elizabeth Avenue.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1501 Elizabeth was initially cited on October 26, 21. Certified mail was sent on 10/28/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. The property as well as City Hall was posted on 10/27/21. The property was cited for 18103B, repair of the roof, 18103E, external doors and windows in disrepair, 18105J, non-residential paint, and 22-32-A, certificate of use, and 82-144, business tax receipt, and 94-315-B-1 outdoor storage screening. As of last evening, the only section noted complied was 94-315-B-1, which was the screening. I have spoken to the owner of the property on multiple occasions. He indicated that he does have intentions of correcting all of the violations. He's just requesting an extension of time, so the city is amicable and would like to give him 60 additional days in order to comply with all the outstanding code sections, or a fine of $100 per day be imposed.
Does either of the violations of 18103, are those going to require permits?
Let's see. I would think so, yes. They are going to require permits.
So within 60 days, are you looking for the work to be done, the permit to be issued?
Yeah, I would like to see the see that work. But in light of that, I mean, it's and actually there's a fairly substantial amount of work to be done. So I think probably 90 days would probably be of benefit to him.
I have no objection to the 90 days. I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to require some permits for sure.
Okay. All right, well, I do find proper notice with the signed certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation as cited, with the exception of 94-315B1 regarding outdoor storage screening, which has complied. We'll accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow the respondent 90 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 5, case number CE21100399, case address 1401 Elizabeth Avenue.
Michael Williams, Code Enforcement Officer, City of West Palm Beach. Property 1401 Elizabeth Ave was initially cited on 10/26/21. Certified mail was sent on 10/28/21. We do have a signed certified mail receipt on file. The property, as well as City Hall, was posted on 10/27/21. Property was cited for 22-32A, certificate of use. For the CrossFit business that's operating out of that location. 74-34-A-1-J, garbage can placement. 82-144, the business tax receipt. Also for the CrossFit business that's operating at the location. The Jamie Fomer, there was another business that was there at one point that is no longer operating from that location, so that's a non-issue. 94-315-B-1, outdoor storage screening, and it was also cited for 94-402-B-2, prohibited banners. As of last evening, the only sections that have complied are 94-402-B, 2-2, prohibited banners. They have been removed. All of the other violations still remain. And I have not had any contact with anyone at the location.
All right, so, and just to be clear, at this point in time, it's only the CrossFit 1401 that's there?
Yes,
The other
exactly.
business is no longer there?
Yes.
Okay. For the business tax receipt violation, is that there's never been a business tax paid there? Or is it,
There has never been a business tax for the CrossFit business. The actual owner of the property has a business tax receipt and a certificate of use for the rental of that space.
that's not happening anymore, right?
Right. It's just that the tenant there does not have their license.
So, and that would still go against property owner, correct? On the business tax, even though it's the tenant,
Right.
still at the end of the day, it goes against the property owner.
Yeah.
And that's-
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then would that be a one-time, or is this, since they've never applied for one, it would be a daily recurring until they apply for it? Is
I
it?
believe it would be a daily reoccurring until they apply.
Okay, that's what I thought too. I wanted to double check. All right, and well, in this case, city has signed certified mail, so you have proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance has occurred with 94-402B.2-2 regarding the banner that was removed. What is the city's recommendation in this case?
Say again, sir, I'm sorry.
I forgot, I didn't get a recommendation for you in this.
The city's requesting 60 days in order to comply, a fine of $100 per day.
I'll accept that recommendation for 60 days to comply, and then $100 per day after that if compliance is not achieved in time.
Okay. Thank you.
Agenda item number 6, case number CE 21100059, case address 319 Clematis Street, Unit 318, regarding Baker Concrete.
Good morning, Officer Levine, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement.
Morning.
Ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay. Good morning, Officer Levine, City of West Palm Code. This business was cited for failure to obtain a business tax receipt. The business and City Hall was posted on 10/26/2021. On the day that I posted this business, one of the employees came in to file an application. However, after reviewing the application, he said that the corporate office was the one to file that application. As of this morning, there is no application in the system for a business tax, so the city is requesting a one-time fee of $250 be assessed against this business.
Kevin, I didn't hear. Did you send certified and regular?
Certified mail was signed on 10/12.
It was signed for?
Certified mail was signed for, and the business was posted to.
Okay. And then this is another situation where they've never paid a business tax, they've never applied for it at all?
This particular business doesn't have a business tax to operate in that unit, yes.
Okay, what's your recommendation for relief? in
One-time
this
fee of $250.
case? Pardon me?
One-time fee of $250. It's just an office.
Okay, is that how, what's the difference between this one and the previous case?
When you say what's the difference, what do you mean, sir?
In the previous case, it was a situation where they had never applied for a business tax, so we
Okay,
ordered it.
this is an office building. This office building does have a business tax receipt to operate as an office building. This is just one particular unit where an office, a business is occupying that particular unit and don't have a business tax to operate from that unit. They're operating a business in the city without a business tax receipt.
Okay.
No, I can't cite a COC, they don't have any product inside there.
I mean, I'm okay ordering that. Is that city, you good with that?
I am good with that, but
Okay.
if you wanted more of an explanation, I'd have to do more research
That's fine.
to compare both cases.
All right, no, thank you. So with the signed certified mail, the city has proper notice. I will find that property is, remains in violation as cited. I will impose a one-time $250 fine for failure to have the appropriate business tax. Thank you.
Agenda item number 7, case number CE 211000062. Case address 319 Clematis Street, Unit 208, regarding David Beauty Pros.
This business too was cited for failure to obtain a business tax receipt. Certified mail was returned. The business and city hall was posted on 11/19/2021. I've had no contact with the business owner and no application in the system for a business. The city is requesting a one-time fee of $250 for not having a business tax receipt for this business.
Okay, and did you have the signed certified mail card in this case too?
The certified mail was returned.
Returned and then it was posted?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then with the posting following the return of certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited and impose one-time $250 fine.
Agenda item number 8, case number CE 211000065, case address 319 Clematis Street, Unit 213, regarding Castle Hill Capital.
This business too was cited for failure to obtain a business tax receipt. So the film was signed for, and the business was posted, business and city hall, was posted on 10/26/2021. There is no active application in the system, and I've had no contact with the business owner. The city is requesting a one-time fee of $250.
All right, thank you. With the signed certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony, I will find property remains in violation as cited and impose a one-time $250 fine for failure to have business tax.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 11, case number CE 211000384, case address 427 Nathan Hale Road has complied. Agenda item number 15, case number CE 211000314, case address 4614 Pinewood Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 16, case number CE 211000352, case address 4600 North Flagler Drive.
Good morning. Christopher Thompson, City of West Palm co-compliance. Property at 4600 North Flagler was cited on 10/25/21. Notice of violation in City Hall was posted on 10/26/21. Property was cited for address characters and a prohibited vehicle on the property. I have spoken to the property manager and the owner. They're in the process of trying to find somewhere to store this vehicle. They're having a difficult time. This vehicle was transported from another country over here, so there's some documentation that the owner is missing. So they're having a difficult time finding a lot to park this RV on. They are requesting an additional 90 days to come into compliance, or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
All right. Did you say you had a signed certified mail or it was returned?
Yes, 10/26.
Signed. All right. Then you have proper notice with that. At first, I just thought it was like spray paint, but I mean, it's actually like postmarks. That's
Yes.
interesting. Okay, I do find, based on the testimony and the evidence, that the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, in this case, allow 90 days for the respondent to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 17, Agenda item number 17, case number CE 211000357, case address 707 39th Street complied. Agenda item number 18, case number CE 210900379, case address 1325 North Congress Avenue.
Good morning. City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On September 29th, The property at 1325 North Congress Avenue was cited for litter, trash, and debris, landscape maintenance, removal of dead vegetation, replacement of mulch throughout parking area and property, replacement of dead or dying hedges throughout parking lot, trees and hedges obstructing right-of-way, restriping and paving of parking lot, and resurfacing of parking lot. The property was posted as well as City Hall on October 5th. Certified mail was sent October 1st. Certified mail was returned October 16th. As of yesterday, the property has come into compliance with the trash and debris. The hedges and trees obstructing right-of-way. Only thing that remains is paving of the parking lot, resurfacing and striping. And there's still some landscape mulching that needs to be completed. I have been in contact with a representative of the property. They are requesting additional time to get the permit secured for the parking lot repaving and striping. With that being said, city's recommending 15 days to come into compliance with the landscaping, or $100 a day until compliance is achieved. I want to do something a little different with the parking lot. City's requesting 60 days to apply for the permits to restripe and resurface the parking lot, and 120 days to complete the parking lot. Or $150 a day until compliance is achieved.
Okay, two questions. I didn't hear what you said for the number of days you wanted to recommend for the landscape maintenance.
15 days.
15?
Yes.
Okay.
They just need to finish up some mulching and.
I'll say, it looks like they got a lot done.
They did. They did get
just
a
have
lot
to finish
done.
it up.
But it did miss some areas along the Palm Beach Lakes corridor there that needs some more mulching and some cleaning up.
And 15 days sounds reasonable. And then my question on the parking lot, the other two violations, do you...
The thing is, I want to give them enough time to get this done, and it seems to me that the permit department is moving rather sluggish.
No, I have no problem doing it this way. My question was simply, in your mind, does the 120 days include the 60, or is that 120 after the 60 days to get the permit?
That should include the entirety.
So 60 days to get the permit, and then once they get the permit, well, you want a total of 120 days, but
Correct.
the first 60 they need
Correct.
to get the
There should be
permit.
plenty of time. The biggest part is getting them to get the permit issued. So I want to give them 60 days to at least apply for the permits.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think that makes sense, and that should give them enough time to get this done.
Plenty, more than enough.
Yeah, all right. Well, with the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and any evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18106K regarding landscape maintenance. I'll allow the respondent 15 additional days to comply with that violation, and after that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. I also find that the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 94-485B1E and 94-485E regarding curbs and parking lot striping, and regarding resurfacing of the parking lot. For those two violations, we will allow the respondent 120 days to comply, meaning complete the work, and we want, within the first 60 days, the permits, complete applications have to be submitted for the permits that are required to do that work. If either the 60-day deadline to submit the complete permit application is missed or the 120-day deadline to complete the work is missed, then there will be daily fines of $150 per day until compliance is achieved. I find the property has complied with City Code Sections 18106I and 744C4 regarding litter, trash, and debris, and regarding trees and hedges obstructing the right-of-way.
Agenda item number 19, case number CE2110-0167, case address 1530 39th Street.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On October 13th, the property at 1530 39th Street was cited for roof repair. Property as well as City Hall was posted October 21st. Certified mail was sent October 15th. Certified mail was received October 23rd. I did make contact with the property owner, so requesting some additional time to get the roof squared away. With that being said, city's recommending 120 days to come into compliance or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
You said you have contact. Is this an insurance?
Yeah, I
situation?
haven't been in contact with the property owner. It's always an insurance battle.
I know. Anytime you see a blue tarp, it's,
Yep.
you may as well have an insurance company logo on it. All right, well, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 120 additional days for the respondent to comply and cure the violations. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 20, case number CE2110-0246, case address 307 Erie Place has complied. Agenda item number 21, case number CE21110094, case address 1611 43rd Street.
Good morning, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance Officer Paul McFarland. On November 4th, the property at 1611 43rd Street was cited for excessive growth, clean and sanitary, landscape maintenance, trim back vegetation, overgrowing onto structure, trees and hedges obstructing sidewalk. Trees and vegetation obstructing sidewalk. Number of characters, colors and contrast, swell overgrowth, and outdoor storage. Certified mail was sent November 5th. Certified mail was received November 16th. In addition, the notice was hand-delivered on 11/15 and posted at City Hall. As of yesterday, the property has come into compliance with the excessive growth, clean and sanitary, trees or vegetation obstructing sidewalk, swell overgrowth. The violations that still remain are address characters and contrast and outdoor storage. At the time of the hand delivery, I did go over all violations of how to comply with the son of the property owner. They were not home at the time, so I explained everything to him and how to comply. Like I stated, as of yesterday, the landscape maintenance, overgrowth of vegetation onto structures still remains, and address characters in contrast still remain, and the outdoor storage still remain. With that being said, City is recommending 30 days to come to compliance or $100 a day until compliance is achieved.
Thank you. Well, between the posting and the hand delivery and the received certified mail, you've got the notice trifecta, so you definitely have proper notice. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I will find that the property remains in violation of City Code Section 78-64 regarding numbering standards, not being the appropriate contrasting color, and 9471C regarding outdoor storage. I will allow the respondent 30 additional days to cure those violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. I find that the property has complied with all other sections that were cited in the notice.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 22, case number CE 211-10116, case address 1739 37th Street has complied. Agenda item number 23, case number CE 211-10118, case address 1570 40th Street has complied. Agenda item number 24, case number CE 2109-0309, case address 5501 Manning Avenue.
City of West Mutual Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited September 24th. Certified mail was sent October 1st. Certified mail was received October the 8th. This property was cited for 18-265, 18-106A, 18-106B, 94-302A-3, 94-302A-4, 18-106M, and 94-42A. Compliant violations as of yesterday were 18-106A, 18-106B, 18-106M, and 94-42A. Remaining violations are 18-265, 94-302A-3, and 94-302A-4. I've spoke with the owner on a few occasions. He pretty much told me the only thing that was left for him to do is to get the permits to replace the fence and get the boarding certificate to keep the home boarded. So the city's requesting 30 days or $150 per day after.
Or how much?
$150 per day after.
Does the city contemplate compliance by obtaining the permit or also
But
getting
it's
the...
already boarded, so he just have to receive the boarding certificate. And then once he receives a certificate to have it boarded, then he'll be in compliance.
What
with
about
it.
the fence?
Pretty much the fence, he does need a permit because he never had one. Whatever he replaces will be up under the fence permit if he decides to replace 6-foot section or just the individual slits that are broken.
Right, so are you suggesting 30 days to just get the permit or 30
Yes.
days to get the permit
No,
and do the
once
work?
he gets the permit, either way it'll be done because the fence was up with no permit.
Okay, understood. Okay, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. I will find that the property remains in violation of city codes sections 18265, 94302A3, and 94302A4. I'll allow the respondent 30 additional days to comply, or daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. After that, I find the property has complied with all other code sections that were cited in the notice.
Agenda item number 25, case number CE 2110070, case address 5817 Broadway.
City of West Mutual Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited October the 7th. Certified mail was sent October the 7th. Certified mail was received October the 12th. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106B, 94-302A4, 34-102A, 18-106M, 74-4C3, 86-226, and 26-35B. Compliant violations were 18-106B, 94-302A-4, 34-102A, and 86-226. Remaining violations are 18-106A, 18-106M, 74-4C-3, and 26-35B. For the repeat violations stem from case CE 201-00399, and it was back on October the 7th, and it was for the 18-106B and 18-106A. So far, the repeat has been out of compliance for 55 days, and I'm asking for an amount of $100 per day on the repeat violations.
What is, so just tell me the date again, 55 days was, when was that first?
Yeah, that's when I cited it.
Yeah,
The point I said on October the 7th, and I
October
actually spoke
7th.
to the gentleman who's running the business, and he hasn't cut or trimmed or done anything. The city removed the inoperable vehicle, they towed it because it was on the swell in the roadway. Other than that, the fence had been repaired because someone crashed into it, so they redid the post. Other than that, nothing else has been done there.
Okay, for,
Special Magistrate, and I apologize, I have a question about the repeat, because the prior case, it is under order for those sections, but those fines are still running.
yeah, that was gonna be my next question. When did those, in the
Well, on
2020
for,
case, when did they come into compliance?
the repeat for the landscape maintenance, yeah, to my knowledge, is for the landscape maintenance, not the high grass.
You're correct, but the prior case shows that the fines for those are still running, so we can't,
There
my
would have to be a
understanding is that we
compliance.
can't fine them a second time.
Yeah, no, I'll have to recall and look into that just to make sure.
Okay, so what are we doing with that?
If you can recall it, and I'll go and
Oh, okay.
check on it.
Okay, so we'll recall this case.
Agenda item number 26, case number CE 21100146, case address 428 55th Street.
City of West Palm Beach Code, Robert Watkins. This property was cited October 13th. Certified mail was sent October 14th. Certified mail was received October 18th. This property was cited for 82-144, 22-32-A, 18-106A, 34-102A, 94-71C, 94-42A, 18-106G, and 18-162A. Compliant violations are 18-106A and 94-42-A. Remaining violations are 82-144, 22-32-A, 34-102A, 94-71C, 18-106G, and 18-162A. The city is requesting 30 days or $100 per day after. I've had no communication with the homeowner. I've went back as of yesterday. I left my card. Also left my card back on the 12th, and I haven't received any correspondence back.
Robert, I missed, did you send by certified and do posting?
Yes, my certified mail was received on the 18th, and certified mail was sent on the October the 14th.
And what is your testimony on rental?
I actually spoke to the tenants that were there, and they moved some of the vehicles off the property.
Thank you.
All right, so the rental license violation is cured and the parking requirement violation is cured. Everything else remains.
No, the rental license is still outstanding. The rental license is still outstanding.
Oh, well, tell me the ones that complied again, because I thought you said
Complied with,
18162A,
18-106A,
106A.
94-42A.
All right, I misunderstood you. I heard 16162, not 106. Okay, so clean and sanitary is complied, and parking requirements are complied. All right, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property has complied with city code sections 18106A and 94482A, but remains in violation of all other code sections that were cited in the notice. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 30 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 27, case number CE 21100172, case address 501 53rd Street.
City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited October the 14th. Certified mail was sent October the 15th. Certified mail was received October 25th. This property was cited for 18-106B, 18-106M, 26-35B. Compliant violations were 18-106B, 18-106M, and 26-35B. This property also had a repeat violation that stemmed from CE 21060350, and it was for 18-106B and 18-106M, and it was first cited for that in June the 23rd. The property came into compliance in November the 19th, and it ran for a total of 36 days. The city is requesting $100 per day that it was out of compliance.
All right, so same question we had on the last one. What, on the previous case, when did the 18106M and B come into compliance on the original
November the
case?
19th.
February of this year?
November the 19th is when it came into compliance.
No, but
for
you're saying that
cutting
it's a
it.
repeat. So
Previous-
what we need to know is the case that makes this a repeat, when did that come into compliance? The old case?
That came into compliance on June the 23rd.
June 23rd. Okay. And then this case you cited on, tell me again,
October the 14th.
October the 14th, and it ran until November,
The 19th is when they finally
19th.
cut and cleaned it.
okay.
So it should have been a total of 36 days.
Right. And you're asking for $100 per day for
Yes, sir.
36 days?
Yes, sir. This
For the
property was
repeat.
cited, I've cited this property about 7 times already for the exact same thing. And what they were doing is cutting it the day before, which
Sure.
brought it into compliance.
Okay. And it's in compliance again at this point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, with the certified mail that was received, you have proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I've reviewed, I will find the property was in violation of City Code Sections 18106B and M between the dates of October 14th and November 19th. I find that that violation was a repeat violation based on the case number that was placed into the record, which complied back in June, on June 23rd. I will accept the city's recommendation. I will assess daily fines of $100 per day between October 14th and November 19th, which was the day that this repeat violation came into compliance, and that's a total of 36 days for $3,600.
Agenda item number 28, case number CE 2110020, case address 615 56th Street.
City of West Beach Code Compliance, Robert Watkins. This property was cited October the 15th. Certified mail was sent October the 18th. Certified mail was received October 23rd. This property was cited for 82-144, 22-32-A, 74-34A-1J, 94-442C-1, 94-71C, 94-42A, and 18-162A. Compliant violations were 82-144, 22-32A, 74-34A-1J, 94-71C, 94-42A, and 18-162A. The only violation that remains are 94-442C-1. I've had communication with this homeowner. The city is requesting 60 days or $100 per day after. That's just to give them enough time to receive a permit for extending the driveway.
So they have to either,
Yeah, he was gonna add a driveway. They dug up the yard already. He already has an approach. He's been speaking with building, and he was here as of yesterday, applying to receive the permit. Once he receives the permit, he said it takes him 3 weeks to get it laid down, and it's gonna go where the truck is right there.
okay, did I see a picture where it's some additional, is that where it's going?
No, it's going on the other side where the SUV was that's parked in the grass, but there's an approach there already.
Okay.
So it seems to have been one there already, but then someone just laid down grass on top of it.
Okay. All right, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property has complied with all violations except City Code Section 94-442C1. I'll allow the respondent 60 days to cure that outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 29, case number CE 2110-0271, case address 710 51st Street.
City of West Palm Beach, Robert Watkins. This property was cited on October the 20th. Certified mail was sent October 21st. Certified mail was returned. City Hall was posted October 25th. This property was cited for 18-106A, 18-106B, 74-34A-1J, 78-6, and 74-4C-3. Compliant violations are 18-106A. Remaining violations are 18-106B, 74-34-A-1J, 78-6, and 74-4C-3. The city is requesting 30 days additionally or $100 per day after.
Okay, with the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, with the exception of City Code Section 18106A regarding clean and sanitary conditions, which has complied. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, require the respondent to cure the outstanding violation within 30 days. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Special Magistrate, we had some respondents show up, so I'm going to call matter number 35, case number CE 211-10122, case address 3608 Greenwood Avenue. And they need to be sworn in.
Come on up so you can go to this podium to my right, and then once you get settled, I do need to swear you in. If you'll raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. I'm going to hear from Ms. Clark first. She's going to tell me about the case. After she's finished, I'll come back to you, and then you can tell me about the case. If you have any documents or photographs you want me to look at, you can produce them at that time. Okay? Thank you. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
3608 Greenwood. Good morning, Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 3608 Greenwood Avenue was cited on 11/6/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/9/21, and certified mail was sent on 11/8/21. The property was cited for 18-162A, 22-32A, 94-302A3, and 94-442C1. I've had no contact with the property owner. For code sections 18-162A and 22-32A, the city is asking for an additional 30 days or $200 per day. For code sections 94-302A3 and 94-442C1, the city is asking for an additional 30 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved. We're just waiting on her to pull up the pictures, Magistrate.
Were the photographs that were scrolling the correct photographs for this case?
Those are not the correct ones. These ones are.
Okay. That's the fence in question there?
Correct.
Okay.
Natalie, what is your testimony regarding renting?
So as far as the rental unit, it's the main house, and then there's a half unit in the rear. The main house has a different name on the water utility bill as opposed to the one in the rear. So they both have different names on the utility.
Okay.
And as the history of the utilities shows that over the past 4 years, it has been several different names on the utility accounts.
That's for the other unit in the back.
Yes,
Okay.
and I have the evidence of that in the case.
And there's no certificate of use applied for or rental license applied
No.
for? Okay. Okay, let me come over to the respondent. Yes, sir, go ahead and tell me your name and address, and then you can tell me about the case.
Lisandro de Jesus, 3608 Greenwood Avenue. And
Mr. De Jesus, how are you related to the owner of this property?
yes, I was here a couple of months ago for the same reason that I was in the process of purchasing this property from next of kin, and then the lawyer ran into some issue with the probate because the person that I was purchasing from was not listed under the probate. So my attorney is still working on that, and this is why I was here last month requesting for additional time to be able to take care of the violations because my name is still not in the deed. So when I request for a permit, like if I want to fix something, they won't give me the permission to fix it. So they keep adding on fines.
So let me see if I'm understanding. The owner of record passed away.
Yes,
You are the representative of the estate, and ultimately this is going to end up in your name.
correct.
But it's not at this time.
Exactly.
You've tried to obtain building permits from the city to get some of this work done, but they won't issue you a permit because you're not legally attached to the property yet.
Yes.
Understood.
And I request to at least like give me some time and, but
Okay. Is there any tenants living in the property now?
no, that's me. I'm the one living there, and I put that fence up because the homeless people took the last one that was there, and they kept getting into the property. There's no one living there. There's no rental. I'm not renting the place to anyone.
The landscape work does not require a permit, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay. So I think you could probably take care of the landscape issue. Do you know the last time, sir, that there was a tenant renting on the property?
It was around 2004.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, wait. No, not 2004. 2016.
16?
Yeah. In 2004 was when they submitted the original permit for the fence, which I thought once you have one in the system, you really didn't need one just to replace the fencing, but
Let me ask Ms. Clark, does the city's records regarding utility billing jibe with that, or do you have different information?
With the fence?
With the tenants?
Okay, so the issue is there's a half unit in the rear, and as you can see with the utility bills, the utility in the front and the one in the rear are two different names. So what he can do as far as that is request that they're both under his name, and then submit like an affidavit of a certificate of non-rental. So that's one way to cure that violation if he's testifying that there's
The certificate of
no
non-rental probably won't be a problem. Is he going to have a problem switching the utility bill to his name if he's not legally attached to the
Yeah,
property?
I'm not really sure how that
That's
would
what I'm concerned about.
work with the utilities.
We would have to get him to another department on that with regard to like the water meter and water account and things of that nature.
they're both under my name.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Both of them are under my name. I'm not sure why they're showing up different. One is half, but they're under the same name. Oh.
Well, here's what I would like to do with this case. I think it's reasonable to for the city to expect the landscape area to get taken care of in a reasonable amount of time. That doesn't require a permit, that doesn't require anything but putting down sod or whatever the appropriate landscaping is. So I am going to make I do make finding a proper notice with the certified mail and the posting in this case. I'm going to find the property is in violation of City Code 94-442C1. Can you get that done in the next month?
Yes, sir.
I'm
right
going to
away.
give you 30 days to cure that violation. There would be daily fines of $100 per day if you don't, so make sure you get that done. On the others, I'd like to continue this hearing to my next agenda, give you an opportunity to try and finish getting these issues resolved so that you can get the utility bill in your name on both units, do the affidavit of non-rental, and see if you can get that fence permit straightened out, and then hopefully those issues will be able to be resolved at my January agenda. So we will continue to hear this case
January 5th.
January 5th.
That's your next, yes.
Okay, so January 5th, I'll see you back here, sir, at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
By then, you should have the landscaping violation cured, and hopefully we'll have some forward progress on the other stuff, and we'll be able to resolve those as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
We
Thank
will.
you very much.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 30, case number CE2110-0414, case address 808 31st Street.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 808 31st Street was cited on 10/27/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/1/21, and certified mail was sent on 10/29/21. The property was cited for 34-102B, 74-34-A1H, and 9471C. I've had no contact with the property owner. The property has since complied with 34-102B and 74-34A1H. The only outstanding violation is 9471C. The city is asking for an additional 10 days or $50 per day until compliance is achieved.
Okay. Did you say you got certified mail or it was returned?
Certified mail was sent on 10/29, and the property and City Hall were posted on 11/1.
All right, then you have proper notice in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 9471C, but has complied with the other two code sections that were cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow 10 additional days for the respondent to comply with the outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 31, case number CE2110-0428, case address 4004 Greenwood Avenue.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 4004 Greenwood Avenue was cited on 10/28/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/1/21, and certified mail was sent on 10/29/21. The property was cited for 110.1 and 94-302A4. I've had no contact with the property owner. The permit has since been applied for and issued. The city is asking for an additional 30 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
So they have the permit, do we just need an inspection?
Correct.
Okay, you should be able to get that taken care of in 30 days. I will find proper notice with the posting following the certified mail. I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence, the property remains in violation as cited. I'll allow 30 additional days to complete the permitting process and bring the property into violation. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 32, case number CE2110-0439, case address 3902 Westview Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 33, case number CE2110-0440, case address 960 42nd Street.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 960 42nd Street was cited on 10/29/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/1/21, and certified mail was sent on 11/1/21. The property was cited for 18-103J, 18-106A, 26-35B, 74-34A1H, and 94-482A. For code sections 94-482A is a repeat violation. That was cited under case number CE 1910018. The order was entered on 11/6/19. The affidavit of noncompliance was submitted on 12/19, and it came into compliance on 1/21/2020. The code section has been out of compliance for 32 days. The city is asking for $100 per day until compliance is achieved. So $3,200 as of today and $100 until it comes into compliance. As for code sections 18106A, 7434A1H, the city is asking for 10 days or $50 per day until compliance is achieved. And for code sections 18103J, the city is asking for an additional 30 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
On the parking, the repeat violation, is it in compliance now, or is it still accrued?
It's still not in compliance.
So 32 days gets us to today?
Yes.
Okay, so the city's asking for $100 per day, beginning 32 days ago and continuing through today and forward until compliance?
Until compliance is achieved.
Got it. Okay. All right, with the certified mail and posting, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I find that the violation of City Code 94-482A regarding parking on unpaved surfaces is a repeat violation based on the 2019 10018 case. So for 18103J, which is not a repeat, I will allow 30 days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. For the violations of 18106A and 7434A1H regarding clean and sanitary conditions and trash can in public view, I will require the respondent to comply with those violations within 10 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. For the repeat violation, I will assess daily fines of $100 per day beginning on the day the violation was observed. Just for the record, what was that? I know it's
10/29/21.
October 29, which was 32 days ago. And continuing to accrue at $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 34, case number CE 211100029, case address 4416 Greenwood Avenue.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance, 4416 Greenwood Avenue, was cited on 11/2/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/4/21, and certified mail was sent on 11/3/21. The property was cited for 9471C. I've had no contact with the property owner, however, I've had contact with the tenant. The violation still remains. The city is asking for 15 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
How many days to comply?
15 days.
15? This is just outdoor storage. Let me
Yes.
take a look at the picture.
So the carport is being used to store
Oh, I see.
household items.
Okay. Okay, I will find proper notice in this case with the posting and following the certified mail. I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, allow 15 additional days to comply. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 36, case number CE 2111077, case address 931 31st Street.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 931 31st Street was cited on 11/10/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/16/21, and certified mail was sent on 11/12/21. The property was cited for 18-103J, 18-106K, 34-102B, and 9471C. I've had contact with the property owner. The only remaining violation is 18-103J. The city is asking for an additional 120 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
I see. They did a lot of concrete work and now they gotta
Yes.
paint it. Okay. All right, I will find proper notice in this case. I will find Based on the evidence and the testimony that the property remains in violation of City Code 18103J regarding exterior paint, but has complied with all other code sections cited in the notice, I will accept the city's recommendation and give the respondent 120 additional days to comply with the outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 37, case number CE 21110-237, case address 947 39th Street.
Natalie Clark, City of West Palm Beach Code Compliance. 947 39th Street was cited on 11/17/21. The property and City Hall were posted on 11/18/21, and certified mail was sent on 11/18/21. The property was cited for 94-71C. I've had no contact with the property owner, and the code section is still in violation. The city is asking for an additional 10 days or $100 per day until compliance is achieved.
Another full carport, it looks like. Okay. With the posting following certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the evidence and the testimony, I find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation and require the respondent to comply by within 10 days. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Robert back? Okay, recalling agenda item number 25, case number CE 2110070, case address 5817 Broadway.
Yeah. And this one, we had a question about when the original case that made this a repeat came into compliance.
What happened was on there, the affidavit of non-compliance went out on February the 6th, and it wasn't in compliance. But I went back and checked, and on the 22nd of February, it did come into compliance for the landscape maintenance. Everything else was still, out of compliance, and is still currently running fines for the other things that were on there and the BTR and all that. But it did come into compliance for the landscape maintenance on the 22nd of February.
Okay.
And it was in the notes on the case file.
And Robert, which year, 2020 or 2021?
2021.
So that was, which code section was that?
That was the 18-106M and the 18-106B.
So 18106M came into compliance in February, and then it fell back into repeat violation with this case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just note on my agenda, it references 18106A and B, not M and B. But either way, if the 2020 case 2100399 also cited 18106M, and that came into compliance in February, that would be a repeat violation for this case. And the city's recommendation in that was daily fines of $100 per day, and that was for 55 days, is that
Yes, sir.
correct? And that, it's in compliance now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, no, the landscape is still running. The only thing that's in compliance now is the fence, the junk and abandoned vehicle. The landscape maintenance is still currently right now as of today, as of yesterday, and this
So you'd
morning.
be asking for 55 days, which gets you to today, plus $100 per day until compliance is
Yes, sir.
achieved. Okay. What about the non-repeat violations? What's the city's recommendation for those?
On the non-repeat violations, I have for the city requesting 30 days or $100 per day after on those as well.
And that would be 74-4C3
Yep.
and 18106A.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, well, if I didn't indicate before, or even if I did, I'll say again, the city had proper notice with the received certified mail in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18106A and 744C3, I will allow the respondent 30 days to comply with those violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. I also find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18106M regarding landscape maintenance. I will find that that violation is a repeat violation based on case number 2100399. I find that based on the testimony and the evidence, that repeat violation has existed for 55 days and continues to be in violation. I will assess daily fines of $100 per day in the amount of $5,500 representing the previous 55 days and continuing to accrue at $100 per day until compliance is achieved. I'll find the property has complied with all other code sections that were cited in that notice. I think that gets it for that one.
Moving to the other matter agenda, the police cases. Other matter number 10, case number CE2111036, case address 1117 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, regarding UGAS.
No, this is for me to read. I have not been sworn in yet.
I was just going to ask if you folks were, Officer, you were not. Gentlemen, were you here this morning at 9 o'clock when I swore everybody in to testify?
No.
Okay, I'll need to swear you in as well. If you'll all raise your right hands, please. Do each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to hear from the city first. I'm going to get some testimony and evidence about the alleged violation. After the city's concluded its presentation, then I'll come back over and I'll hear from you and you can tell me about the case as well, okay?
Sergeant Timothy Colvin, City of West Palm Beach Police. On Friday, September 24th.
Yep, you can stay up at the podium.
Sergeant Colvin, City of West Palm Beach. On Friday, September 24th, 2021, I was working an undercover operation designed to check point-of-sale vendors that they're properly checking IDs prior to selling alcohol. In order to do so, I employed the use of a confidential informant who was 19 at the time of the operation, and she'd been previously proven to be trustworthy. At approximately 21:35 hours, the confidential source entered the UGAS at 1117 Palm Beach Lakes, picked up a 6-pack of Smurf Ice, 12 fluid bounced 4.1 alcohol by volume, went to the clerk, purchased the alcohol with money provided by the City of West Palm Beach Expenditure Funds. She was not asked to produce ID. They did ask her for her age, but they did not verify any driver's license or any form of ID, and the alcohol was sold. Following that, the confidential force brought the alcohol back out to me. I went inside, made contact with the clerk, explained to him that he had sold to someone underage, and then they were in violation of Florida State Statute 56211 and City Words 6-12. This is their second offense. The city is looking for a $500 fine.
All right. Let me come over to the respondent. Whoever's going to, speak first, you can give me
I'll talk on behalf of my uncle.
go ahead and give me your name and address, tell me
my
your
name is-
relationship to the property, and then you can tell me about the case.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Nafi Muhammad, and my address is 6847 Lantern Key Drive, Lake Worth, and the zip code is 33463. And I work there at the address.
You're an employee?
Yes, I am.
You have authorization from the owner or the
Yeah,
manager?
my uncle, he's the owner, so yeah, he did give me permission to talk on behalf of him.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have nothing to add, sir. It's just my uncle, he did ask for ID, but he didn't verify. He did ask for college ID, but he didn't verify the age with the customer. So that's all we have to say.
Okay. Anything else from the city in this case?
No.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you coming in. Based on the testimony and the evidence in this case, I will find that the property has violated City Code Section 6-12. I will impose the recommended $500 fine payable within 30 days. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 12, case number CE 211-10338, case address 1554 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, unit regarding 7-Eleven.
I think you said 12, but that's actually agenda item 11.
Oh, excuse me.
That's all
I
right.
apologize for the confusion.
Clear in the record up. Whenever you're ready.
1544.
The respondent will need to be sworn in.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Were you here this morning when I swore in other witnesses? I'm going to need to place you under oath if you're going to be testifying in this case. Go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Like I did with the previous case, I'm going to hear from the city first. After they've concluded the presentation, I'll come back to you and give you an opportunity to speak as well, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Sergeant Colvin, City of West Palm Beach Police. On Thursday, September 16, 2021, I was working undercover operation designed to check point-of-sale vendors that they were properly checking IDs prior to selling alcohol. In order to do so, I employed the use of a confidential source who was 19 at the time of the operation. At approximately 20:53 hours, the confidential source entered 7-Eleven at 1554 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, retrieved 4 cans of Bud Light from the freezer area, went to the clerk, purchased the alcohol without being asked ID or age. Funds were used from the West Palm Beach Expenditure Fund. Following the purchase, the confidential source walked out to the car, made contact with me. Subsequently, I went inside and made contact with the clerk, explained to him that they had sold to an underage person. And I believe that 7-Eleven's business violated City Ordinance 6-12. This is their third offense. Again, we're asking for a $500 fine.
All right, thank you. Yes, sir, go ahead and tell me your name and address and how you're affiliated with the business in question.
My name is Mohammed Ali, and my address is 8009 Via Hacienda, Palm Beach Garden, Florida 33418, and I am the owner of 7-Eleven.
All right, thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I don't have nothing to say. Whatever.
Okay, I appreciate you being here. Then anything else from the city in this case?
No, sir.
All right, well, based on the evidence that I've been presented with, I do find that the property has violated City Code Section 6-12. I will accept the city's recommendation, impose the $500 fine payable within 30 days. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 12, case number CE 211-10339, case address 1840 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard regarding Marathon.
All right, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Were you here this morning when I swore in other witnesses?
No, sir.
Let me go ahead and place you under oath as well. I think you've been in the room, so you've kind of seen how this procedure works. So let me swear you in. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You can put your hand down. As with the previous case, I'm going to hear from the city first, and then I'll come back and hear from you, and then we'll proceed.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Sergeant Colvin, City of West Palm Beach Police. On Thursday, September 16th, 2021, I was case agent for an underage alcohol compliance check, in which we check point-of-sale vendors to make sure they're properly checking IDs prior to selling alcohol. At approximately 21:05 hours, the confidential source, who was 19 at the time of the operation, entered the marathon at 1840 Palm Beach Lakes, retrieved 4 cans of Bud Light from the freezer section, went to the clerk, purchased the alcohol without being asked to present ID or their age. The money was used from the West Palm Beach Expenditure Fund in order to make the purchase. Following the operation, confidential source went back to my vehicle, explained to me what happened, which I was also able to see from my vantage point. Entered the store, made contact with the clerk pictured there, explained to her that she had sold to underage person. Believe that Marathon as a business violated City Order 6-12. This is their third offense. We're asking for a $500 fine.
Thank you. Okay, so you can go ahead and tell me your name, your address, and how you're affiliated with this business, and then you can tell me about the case.
My name is Raymond Dwyer. My address is 3021 Renaissance Boulevard. That's in Pembroke Pines, Florida. And I just got hired 4 months ago to be the director of operation for 20 Marathon gas station. So I just got knowledge of this violation, and I have put some process in place to rectify the issue with alcohol and tobacco when it comes to employees. So I'm working on it, and I do apologize for this issue, this continuous issue, and it will be rectified.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm sure the city does as well. Anything else from the city on this?
No, sir.
All right. Well, based on the testimony and the evidence that I have heard, I do find that the city has established a violation of City Code Section 6-12, and I will impose the recommended $500 fine that's payable within 30 days. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Okay, returning to the agenda, item number 38, case number CE 2109-0259, case address 1310 11th Street. 1310 11th Street.
Good morning.
Good
Officer
morning.
Lester, West Palm Code Enforcement. Property was posted on 11/4/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/4/2021. Property was cited for exterior painting of fascia. That's the wood around the roof, if everyone wants to know. Unpaved parking and prohibited semi-vehicle. The semi has been removed, so that's complied. And the other two are outstanding and remaining. I have spoke with the property owner's daughter, and she asked for 40 more days or $50 per day after.
And how many days?
40. Oh,
40?
40.
40?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And do we have anybody here on behalf of the respondent? Looks like we do not. With the posting following the returned certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, with the exception of City Code Section 94-487B1 regarding prohibited vehicles, which has complied. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow the respondent 40 additional days to cure the outstanding violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 39, case number CE 2109-0295, case address 1306 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/9/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/4/2021. Property was cited for exterior painting of house and all wood And I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day. I've had no contact with owner. They should be gonna pay parking on it.
So like all that wood to the right of the carport is,
All of the wood that's around it's the utility room, that's what that is. And then the rest of the house just needs painting. All of it does.
with the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, require the respondent to cure the outstanding violations within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 40, case number CE21090317, case adjust 1310 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was cited on 11/9/2021. Cert mail was received on 10/1/2021. I have spoke with the, I take that back. I left two messages for the property owner explaining the violations to her. It was initially for a vehicle upon the public right-of-way for sale that has complied, and the repair or replacement of her driveway. And that also included the unpaved parking for as the driveway is concerned. So I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day in regards to that.
Okay. With the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. In terms of the 40 days, is it your request that compliance, the property will be in compliance when a permit's been issued?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's reasonable, I think. I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 94-482A. I'll require compliance by obtaining the appropriate permits to repair or replace the driveway within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Find that the violation of 86-228 has been complied.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 41, case number CE21090329, case adjust 1320 11th Street.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/4/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/8/2021. The property was cited for exterior painting, trash, garbage, and debris, garbage, debris, and overgrowth, excessive overgrowth, obstruction of public right-of-way, which is the sidewalk, from a hedge, landscape maintenance, unpaved parking, and outdoor storage all remain out of violation, out of compliance. And I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day after that. I've had no contact with property owner.
Is it that hedge that's obstructing the sidewalk? Is that what's
Yeah.
going on? I see right there. It's pretty much
Yeah,
covering the whole thing.
they trimmed that, but they didn't do a good job of actually getting it done.
All right, with the posting following the returned certified mail, the city has proper notice in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation and require a respondent to comply within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 42, case number CE21090333, case address 1311 11th Court.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/4/2021. Cert mail was signed on 10/1/2021. I have spoke to the property owner to explain the violations, and the property was cited for obtaining a permit to install new driveway. And I also had this one for inspection is required once obtained, the permit is complied. Overgrowth, hedge obstructing right-of-way, which is the sidewalk, obstruction of the sidewalk, which was a vehicle parked on top of it, parking in swell and parkway, and unpaved parking, and outdoor storage. The hedge has complied with the obstruction, and the vehicle has been removed from the swell and parkway. All other violations are outstanding. I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day after.
So it's 94-485A that complies, is that right? Where did I get that code section?
That was for, you said the 94-485A?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for unpaved prohibited parking on the parkway.
Was there another one that complied?
And the trimming of the hedge of the sidewalk?
That's not 74-4C4.
Yes, sir.
But everything else is still in violation.
Out of compliance.
Okay, you do have a signed certified mail in this case, so you have proper notice. Based on testimony and the evidence, I will find property remains in violation as cited, except the property has complied with City Code Section 74-4C4 and 94-485A. I'll accept the city's recommendation, require respondent to comply with the outstanding violations within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 43, case number CE 21090372, case address 1449 7th Street.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. This property was posted on 11/8/2021. Cert mail was received on 10/8/2021. Property was cited for repair of roof, wall, and foundation. And that's in referencing to the driveway being in need of repair, garbage can placement, and removing of prohibited vehicles. He has removed the prohibited vehicles, but they did not comply within time, so I'm asking for a finding of fact on that. And the outdoor storage has complied.
What
So
was
the
the deadline to comply in the notice, and when did they comply?
Deadline in the notice was 11/15.
And when did they actually comply?
Oh, they comply right after that.
Like the next-
Matter of fact, if I go by that night, it's still falling out of compliance, so that's why I'm asking for the finding of fact.
Okay. All right, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find property was in violation of City Code Section 94-487B1, is now in compliance but did not comply within the time specified in the notice of violation, so we'll issue a finding of fact. Find that the property has complied with City Code 9471C regarding outdoor storage, but remains in remains in violation of City Code Sections 18103B. Is it still in violation of 7434A1J?
And the garbage can.
Yeah.
7434.
And is it again 40 days and $50 per day you're asking for?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna keep on that
granted.
road and be consistent. 40 days or $50
right.
per day. Thank you.
Agenda item number 44, case number CE 21100042, case address 1353 7th Street.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. This property was posted on 11/8/2021. Cert mail was received on 10/8/2021. I have spoken with the tenant, even though I didn't know she was a tenant at the time, but I spoke with the tenant and explained the violation. She called, wanted to know why I posted the door, so that's one reason why I got to speak with the tenant. Property was posted for junk and inoperable vehicle. Inoperable vehicles must be enclosed in an enclosed area, overgrowth, cleaning up center to halfway of right-of-way, parking on the parkway indoor swell, and unpaved parking. The unpaved parking for as the swell is complied, but not for the driveway. He needs to install a new driveway. And the overgrowth has been taken care of in the swell right-of-way. Overgrowth has been taken care of on the property. So the remaining outstanding violation is 94482A for replacement of driveway to a non-dusting surface.
That's the only one, everything else complied?
The only one.
Okay.
I do have to recite for a rental license.
Well, with the received certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed, I will find the property is in compliance with all code sections that were cited except for 94482A, which remains in violation. 40 and 50 again?
Yes, sir.
I'll require compliance within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 45, case number CE21100085, case address 1332 9th Street.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/8/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/15/2021. Property was cited for clean and sanitary condition of the driveway, needed pressure cleaning, and the sidewalk, trash and debris, inoperable vehicle, and/or junk vehicle. It was basically it was a vehicle there with no tag, flat tires. That has been complied. The outstanding violation is the clean and sanitary condition for is the driveway and sidewalk being cleaned. 40 days or $50 per day.
So both 34102A and C are complied now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18106A, but has complied with the other code sections that were cited in the notice. I will require the respondent to cure the outstanding violation within 40 days. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 46, case number CE21100097, case address 1335 7th Street.
Officer Luster, City of West Palm. Property was posted on 11/8/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/19/2021. I have spoke to the property manager for the business, and the property was cited for clean and unsanitary condition, trash and debris, cleaning of the driveway, exterior painting and repair of a retainer wall that's around the house, the property, excessive growth, junk inoperable vehicle. Inoperable vehicle must be enclosed, overgrowth, parking in Swell and Parkway, fence repair, and it came out on the violation correct. Why it came out on the agenda wrong, I don't know, but it's correct. And the unpaved parking. All is in compliance except for the repairing of the fence in the wall and painting of that. Everything else is in full compliance. I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day after.
So that's 18103J is the outstanding violation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
All right, well, with the posting following the return certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence I've reviewed, I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Section 18103J. I will require the respondent to comply with that outstanding violation within 40 days. After that, $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. I will find the property has complied with all other code sections cited in the notice.
Agenda item number 47, case number CE21100143, case address 426 Douglas Avenue.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/9/2021. Cert mail was returned to us on 10/19/2021. I have spoke with the owner on more than one occasion, and the property was cited for rental license, certificate of use, trash can in public view, operating a business without a license, landscape had full mulch, and landscaping of Swell and Parkway, and outdoor storage. The remaining violations on the property, she needs to have the inspection for the rental license. That's one. and to sod the swell. She sodded everything else, but she didn't sod the areas in the swell that needed sodding. And those are the only two that are remaining out of compliance. So I'm asking for 40 days or $50 per day after that.
So would 18162A and 2232A still be outstanding?
Yes, because I need to do the inspection,
Okay.
and I have not.
And then 94442E is still outstanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With the returned certified mail following posting following the returned certified mail, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find property remains in violation of City Code Sections 18162A and 2232A pending the final inspection. I will find property remains in violation of City Code Section 94442E. I will allow 40 additional days for compliance. After that, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Property has complied with all other code sections cited in the notice.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 48, case number CE 21100183, case address 800 Handy Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 49, case number CE 21100231, case address North Rosemary Avenue.
Officer Luster, West Palm Code. Property was posted on 11/9/2021. Cert mail was not signed, but we received it back on 10/25/2021. The property was cited for excessive growth, garbage, debris and overgrowth excessively, and cleaning of the easement, right-of-way, and landscaping contractor waste. I try to put that in there because it's a vacant lot, and I do want them not to put it on the road for the city to pick up. I want the contractor to actually pick it up. So I'm asking for 10 more days or abatement.
10 days or?
Abatement.
Abate.
Yes, sir.
And this is all basically
Just clean up of a
garbage,
vacant.
debris, and contractor waste, and
Yes, sir.
and what are we talking, tell me what I'm looking at, and I'm not clear from the picture what we're talking about.
Okay. In reference to what, sir? I can't hear you.
I said the picture just looks like a empty vacant lot. I'm
Right,
not seeing
correct.
trash and debris or
Yes,
anything.
it's a vacant lot, trash and debris. Around the perimeter at the swell, it's a trash and debris. It is some trash on the lot itself,
Okay.
so.
So, I mean, if that's what you're talking about, that's actually in the, on the pavement. I'm not sure you need an abatement order to pick that up.
Well, when you cite a property, the swell goes with the property. So they're required to maintain public right-of-way for a swell and parkway. So they'll either clean it up or we'll have it abated and we'll clean it up.
No, I guess what I'm saying is I will find the violation and order 10 days to comply. To the extent you need an abatement order for the city to pick that up, I'll grant that. I'm just saying I'm not sure you would based on the location. But regardless, I will find proper notice with the posting following the sent certified mail. I will find that the property remains in violation as cited. Allow the respondent 10 days to comply. If the respondent does not comply within 10 days, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violation, and assess the cost.
Thank you. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Agenda item number 50, case number CE 21090357, case address 521 19th Street has complied. Agenda item number 51, case number CE 21100387, case address 741 19th Street has complied. Agenda item number 52, case number CE 21100393, case address 737 19th Street has complied. Agenda item number 53, case number CE 21100431, case address 505 19th Street.
Good morning. Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. The property at 505 19th Street was originally cited on October 28th of 2021 for clean and sanitary conditions, excessive overgrowth, excuse me, landscape maintenance, and failure to comply. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on November 3rd of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that the property come into compliance in an additional 5 days or abatement.
Yeah, this one's very clear. I will find proper notice with the certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and evidence, I do find the property remains in violation as cited. Based on what I'm seeing in the photographs, I find that those violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will allow the respondent 5 additional days to comply, but after that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Agenda item number 54 and 55 are duplicate of agenda item number 53. Agenda item number 56, case number CE2111065, case address 1478 North Mangonia Drive.
Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. Property at 1478 North Mangonia Drive was originally cited on November 4th of 2021 for excessive overgrowth, landscape maintenance, and failure to comply. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on November 4th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that the property come into compliance with an additional 5 days or abatement.
All right, thank you. With the certified mail and the posting, the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I find those violations are of a nature that constitutes a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will allow the 5 additional days for the respondent to cure the violations. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Agenda item number 57, case number CE2111069, case address State Street has complied. Agenda item number 58, case number CE2111071, case address 728 20th Street.
Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. Property at 728 20th Street was originally cited on November 4th of 2021 for failure to secure a building permit. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on November 4th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that the property come into compliance with an additional 45 days or $150 per day thereafter.
Have they applied for the permit yet?
No, sir, they haven't.
Not even applied?
No.
Okay. All right. With the posting following the certified mail, I find the city has proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will allow 45 additional days for the respondent to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Agenda item number 59, case number CE2111076, case address Division Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 60, case number CE211110079, case address 1112 17th Street has complied. Agenda item number 61, case number CE211110101, case address 635 13th Street.
Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. Property at 635 13th Street was originally cited on November 5th of 2021 for excessive overgrowth, landscape maintenance, and failure to comply. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on November 5th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that the property come into compliance with an additional 5 days or abatement.
All right, with the posting following the certified mail, the city has proper notice. Has the city been in there and cut this before? Do you know?
No, I don't believe so.
Bad, it just looks like some, it looks like it's not.
Well, from my understanding, the neighbor adjacent to the property they do basically like patchwork. It's like every once in a while they'll cut it, but now it's gotten completely out of hand to where it's been at least 3 or 4 months since they've done anything.
No, it looked like somebody did something at some point. I'm just
Right.
curious.
Yes, sir.
All right, in this case, I do find proper notice with the posting following the certified mail. I find property remains in violation as cited. I find that those violations constitute a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will allow the respondent 5 additional days to cure the violations. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Agenda item number 62, case number CE211110103, case address 2014 Division Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 63, case number CE211110106, case address 526 18th Street has also complied. Agenda item number 64, case number CE2110132, case address 324 Pine Street.
Officer Phil Cartwright, City of West Palm Beach Code Enforcement. The property at 324 Pine Street was originally cited on November 9th of 2021 for excessive overgrowth, landscape maintenance, and failure to comply. Service was achieved by certified mail. The property was posted on November 9th of 2021, as well as City Hall. All violations are still current. The city is asking that the property come into compliance for an additional 5 days or abatement.
Thank you. I do find proper notice in this case. I find property remains in violation as cited. I find that those violations present a threat to the public health, safety, and welfare. I will require the respondent to comply within 5 days. After that, the city is authorized to enter the property, abate the violations, and assess the costs.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Agenda item number 65, case number CE211110157, case address 1420 North Sapadilla Avenue has complied. Agenda item number 66, case number CE211110161, case address 610 13th Street has complied. Agenda item number 67, case number CE211010181, case address 434 14th Street has also complied. And agenda item number 68, case number CE211010182, case address 618 14th Street has complied.
All right, I think that gets us through the 9 o'clock agenda.
Yes, sir.
It's a quarter after. Let's give everyone a couple minutes to stretch their legs, and then we will be back on the record at 11:30 for the 11:30 agenda.